Hello and welcome to In Stitches. A fairly quick one today. A potentially common issue with the Bernina machines, not every single Bernina, but probably quite a few different models. This machine came in, the lady said that the machines, she plugged it in, she was a bit disappointed because, she felt like the machine had let her down because she was getting ready to sew and put my foot on the pedal and only a noise happened. Power was on, but not a bit of action. So, I plugged it in and tested it. Couldn't fault it. I'll cut to the chase here just in case you are having trouble with your machine and you want to know how to sort this issue. Effectively, what had happened, I'd tested the machine and I couldn't fault it. Absolutely no fault whatsoever. But while I was servicing the machine, I had a thought and I wondered whether, if we turn the machine on, I wondered whether it was just the fact that the bobbin winder was engaged. Because if you've got the bobbin winder engaged on this particular machine and you put your foot down, you get exactly what my customer was referring to. Just a noise of the bobbin winder. Well, she didn't know, obviously, that the bobbin winder was engaged. I guess it's an easy mistake to make, and I know some people will say, oh, well, it's fairly obvious and all that, but yeah, it would be to some people, but to other people who only use their machines very seldomly, it may not be that obvious, so that's why I thought I'd do a quick video on it. So this video covers probably quite a few Berninas, the ones especially that you engage the bobbin winder here and nothing happens until you put your foot down. There are other models that when you engage the bobbin winder, even if you don't have your foot on the foot controller, it will automatically just start winding the bobbin. There's also mechanical versions, the likes of the Bernina. I've done a video on that where if you've got the bobbin winder engaged, you put your foot down, you just get a little bit of hand wheel action and that's it. The rest of the machine's not driving. And that also covers many different styles of machine, not just the Bernina that I did the video on. If we disengage the bobbin winder there, the machine sews perfectly fine. So I think that was the crux of the issue. I tested the machine to start with, as I say. The power fired up straight away, no problem. I thought at first maybe there's an intermittent fault with the cable. These cables can sometimes break internally. The wiring can, break internally there and cause an issue where when you put your foot down on the foot controller, you get nothing. But the fact that the lady said that she put her foot on the pedal and only a noise happened led me to believe that this cable was okay. The power cable also no problem. So yeah, just a really sort of simple fix, but it's one of those things that if you're not using your machine that much, fairly infrequently, and you just get it out to do a quick job and you put your foot down and it makes a funny noise and nothing happens, no sewing, I guess, you could imagine that there's an issue with the machine. The machine needed a service, so that was on the cards anyway. But if you didn't notice that this here was what was making the noise, you could easily think that the machine is faulty, So yeah, there you go, just a little tip. As I say, it could be quite obvious to a lot of people, but to some people it may not be. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you as always to my patrons, and we'll catch you in the next one.